dealing with debt collectors. If you're one of the 30 million Americans being pursued by a collection agency, you need to know your rights. Complaints of aggressive, even harassing debt collectors are some of the most common calls that come into our Call 12 for Action Center.
But there is a way you can stop the harassment and start getting back on track. Let's get right to Susan Hogan with a story you'll see only on Eyewitness News.
Being in debt is like having a black cloud following you every second of every day, and every penny you spend is only putting you deeper in debt. So do you have options, and is there a way out? The answer to both those questions is yes. For Robin, the calls have become all too familiar.
I will be out to serve you. Robin, you have been legally notified.
Debt collectors hounding her day and night.
They've left threatening messages on my voicemail.
Each trip to the mailbox filled with anxiety.
What is your total debt right now?
Is about $27,000.
Right now, the average Rhode Islander owes about $4,900 in credit card debt, according to Credit Karma, a financial monitoring website. That's the 12th highest rate in the country.
There are a lot of good, hard-working people who have fallen on difficult times and they can't afford to pay. That does not give any collector the right to hound, harass, humiliate the consumers.
The Fair Debt Collections Act is enforced by the federal government, and it's very clear. A debt collector cannot call your employer, your neighbors, or your relatives. They can't threaten violence or use obscene language. And if you want them to stop calling entirely, you can request that all communication take place through the mail. Most debt collectors do follow these rules, and their job exists for a very specific reason. Businesses need the money they're owed to survive. We talked to the National Association of Retail Collection Attorneys, who tell us communication is key to resolving debt without major issues. In a statement, they say even consumers with limited resources can often work out reasonable repayment plans, provided they communicate with the debt collectors and explain their circumstances. Communication is something Robin knows she needs to work on.
I don't even answer the calls or try not to answer the calls anymore. I ignore the mail. It doesn't even get opened.
Unfortunately, ignoring debt doesn't make it go away. It makes it worse. To stop collectors for good, work with your credit card company before they turn your bill over to a collection company. Close the card. Work out a payment plan with the credit card company and stick to that plan. It takes discipline, and it's not easy.
I just am going day to day and trying to figure out what's going to happen next.
Bottom line, if your debt has already gone into collections, most debt collectors will work with you and come up with a payment plan. But that's only if you call them immediately from the very first letter you get from them. I'm Susan Hogan, Eyewitness News.